Did you know, we now offer channel memberships? You can also leave a tip. Your support is vital to the growth of this channel. Please be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you and enjoy the video.
The quest for lost media is ongoing and ever-present. Across the world and web, people search tirelessly for pieces of nostalgia lost to time. But while everyone and their brother searches for well-known pieces like Saki Sorno Bashi, Slamfest 99 and lost episodes of Doctor Who, there are thousands of other pieces still waiting to be found that no one is looking for. These are those pieces. This is lesser-known lost media.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is I, your host, Mr. Sean, and we are back with volume 27 of Lesser Known Lost Media. If you haven't watched the previous 26 episodes, that's fine. They can be watched in any order. But what we do here is I start off with 4 pieces of family-friendly lost media that you just don't hear about as much on YouTube as some of the more popular items like Sailor Mouth or Saki Sanabashi. We will then do a brief ad break where I talk about my business, and then we will get into our final 5th piece of not safe for work lost media. With all that being said, let's get started. Our first piece today is I Really Like You, a lost unreleased political campaign video from 2015. In the lead up to the 2015 UK general election, Liberal Democrat leader Nick Clegg started a campaign video emulating the music video to Carly Rae Jepsen's 2015 release, I Really Like You. The campaign film has never released. Now, the Liberal Democrats entered the 2015 general campaign election in a pretty poor electoral shape, polling at single figures, having suffered a steady decline in popularity since entering into the coalition with the Conservative Party after a historically successful campaign in the 2010 general election. Finding itself in a quote-unquote survival election, the Liberal Democrats struggled to present a compelling message. Liberal Democrat leader Nick Clegg found himself in a similar position to his party. Whereas the 2010 election had been marked by Clegg-mania, by 2015 Clegg was a distinctly unpopular leader, with some incumbent Liberal Democrat MPs rejecting his offers for a campaign visit. It was in these difficult circumstances that the party would try to find new ways to sell itself to a skeptical public. Looking for a way to demonstrate that the party was fun, the Liberal Democrats would commission London-based production company Create Productions Limited to create a remake of Carly Rae Jepsen's I Really Like You music video starring Nick Clegg. Clegg would play the role of Tom Hanks, interacting with various members of the public, with the party hoping that the video would be a way for the leader to go viral. Filming would take place in Gravesend, Kent on March 19th of 2015. The same day, Danny Alexander unveiled the Liberal Democrats' pre-election budget. Alongside Clegg, the commercial would feature various dancers, reportedly all from the Central Liberal Democrat headquarters, wearing yellow Liberal Democrat t-shirts, and various extras comprised of a mix of local party activists and production assistants from Create. Owing to published accounts and leaked material, many of the shots featured in the video have been detailed. The video maintained the original song without alterations and was described by a production insider as not quite shot for shot, but a decent attempt at a remake. It maintained elements from the Carly Rae Jepsen original, such as a shot of Clegg walking past 3 women swiping right on his Tinder profile. Other scenes known to have been shot include Clegg signing a table tennis bat and hitting a ping pong ball, being interviewed by a reporter, posing for selfies, walking past dancers, and a yellow Mini, high-fiving an extra and embracing 2 extras while waving. So why was this never aired? Although Clegg reportedly seemed very enthusiastic about his role and really got into it while filming, he would quickly change his mind, with the Times reporting that upon ending filming, he would comment, "Why the fuck did I do that?" Clegg's feelings about the video were shared by the wider party, with insiders concluding the video made no sense. They would ultimately decide not to use the video, with the staff sworn to secrecy about its existence. The Liberal Democrats would suffer a historic loss in the 2015 election, losing 49 of their 57 seats. Clegg would subsequently resign as the leader of the Liberal Democrats. Knowledge of the video's existence would reach the public after a report by Matt Chorley of The Times on the 21st of July 2016, with the story being picked up by news organizations such as Huffington Post and ITV News. These reports would prompt a response by the Liberal Democrats, now under the leadership of Vince Cable, confirming the video's existing and stating their intention to keep it unreleased. Although the video remains unreleased, material relating to its filming has been made public. These include professionally shot images of Clegg during filming, as well as a behind-the-scenes footage depicting the filming of several scenes. I think it is funny that this was their idea to begin with, but that they would then go all the way through filming it in its entirety, and then kind of going, wait, this makes no sense, let's not show this. Did that never occur to anybody during the entire time they were filming? I don't know. I still think this one would be fun to see eventually. At number 2, we have the Ricardo Montalban Casa Bonita TV commercial, a lost commercial featuring the actor from 1974. Casa Bonita is a Mexican-themed restaurant in Lakewood, Colorado, a suburb of Denver, known outside the state generally for its appearances on the animated series South Park. It was originally part of a small chain, but the Colorado location, opened in 1973, is the only one that remains, and it actually is now owned by the creators of South Park, which is amazing. Around the time it opened, actor Ricardo Montalban, most famous for Fantasy Island and Star Trek, even before he appeared in the Wrath of Khan film, he filmed commercials for it, which aired on local television. Montalban was known to have visited Casa Bonita in the 1970s and sometimes dined with founder Bill Waugh, who he was photographed with. An image exists of Montalban outside the location, purportedly to film a commercial. The book A History Lover's Guide to Denver mentions that Ricardo Montalban starred in television advertisements in a section dedicated to Casa Bonita. Some efforts to locate the commercial believe it is the same Casa Bonita commercial often reported as responding to a rumor that the restaurant put dog food in its dishes, described at boingboing.net as so virulent and pervasive that Casa Bonita had to buy airtime on local TV to assure people that it most assuredly did not use dog food. While it is believed to have aired on KUSA or 9 News, which are both local Denver stations, so far the commercial has not been found. I desperately want to go to Casa Bonita ever since I found out about it on South Park, and even more when Matt and Trey bought the last surviving location, and I am a huge Ricardo Montalban fan, so I would love to see the two combined into a commercial. At number 3, we have Couch Potato, lost production materials of an unreleased Weird Al Yankovic music video from 2003. Now, I would hope I don't have to tell you who Weird Al Yankovic is, but a lot of my audience is younger, and who knows anymore. But Weird Al Yankovic is an American comedy musician known for his parodies of popular hit songs. Among those is 2003's Poodle Hat, featuring a parody of Eminem's Lose Yourself titled Couch Potato. In a 2004 interview, Yankovic stated that during the production of a music video for the track, Eminem expressed concerns, objecting to its creation and release, fearing that it may somehow damage his career. Production was forced to stop and the video was scrapped entirely, leaving the only video for any song on Poodle Hat to be the one for the album cut Bob, a homage to the music stylings of Bob Dylan. In response to Eminem's disagreement, Yankovic soon afterwards filmed a scathing mock interview for his show Al TV, in which he posed several questions to Eminem, only to have them answered by out-of-context clips taken from an actual Eminem interview, a segment that was frequently done for Al TV. He mentions the music video and its subsequent cancellation several times in the mock interview, with the implication that Eminem's supposedly positive views on artistic expression had rendered him a hypocrite, on account of his prior objection to Yankovic's own artistic expressions. It isn't entirely certain as to exactly how far along in development the music video had come, though most sources seem to imply that it was scrapped early in production. Additionally, Yankovic has revealed that the video would have contained a patchwork quilt consisting of scenes from Eminem's own music videos. No footage, storyboard scripts, or anything else of the sort from the music video has ever surfaced. I find this one interesting because while Weird Al did kind of mock Eminem for, Eminem claims to be a champion of free speech and artistic expression, but he didn't like the idea that his own work was going to be parodied. But yet, as much as Weird Al didn't agree with him, Weird Al does have a rule where he will, if a studio objects to him parodying one of their artists' songs, he will release it anyway. He will only stop production of his parody if the artist themselves expresses that they do not want him to do it out of respect to them. He is in no way legally required to stop production, as parody is allowed, but that he does respect the wishes of the artist. But I do agree that for someone like Eminem, who champions these things, to say, no, I think you parodying my stuff will hurt my career, I do think that's hypocritical, and I'm sure the music video would have been very entertaining. At number 4, we have Enchanted, a lost, deleted song from the Disney live-action animated fantasy comedy film of the same name from 2007. Enchanted is a 2007 live-action and animated romantic fantasy comedy from Disney. The film contained 5 songs written by Alan Menken and Stephen Schwartz, the songwriters of Disney's Pocahontas and Hunchback of Notre Dame, so not their best, but certainly not their worst films. 3 of the songs, Happy Working Song, That's How You Know, and So Close, scored Best Song Oscar nominations. However, the title number doesn't appear in the final film. Enchanted tells of Giselle, played by Amy Adams, a woman who hails from the animated kingdom of Andalasia. She becomes engaged to marry Prince Edward, played by James Marsden, but the evil queen, Nerissa, played by Susan Sarandon, pushes her into a portal to contemporary live-action New York City. As Edward searches for Giselle, the attorney Robert Phillip, played by Patrick Dempsey, helps her learn about life in the live-action world. At the King and Queen's ball, Giselle and Robert solidify their love with a dance followed by true love's kiss. Meanwhile, Edward wins the affection of a fashion designer, Nancy Tremaine, played by Idina Menzel. After Giselle decides to stay in New York with Robert, Edward takes Nancy back to Andalasia, where she becomes his queen. According to Alan Menken, Edward and Nancy would have sung Enchanted after falling in love at the King and Queen's ball. Idina Menzel had previously worked with Stephen Schwartz on the Broadway musical Wicked. However, it became apparent during the production of Enchanted that it would not fit the story if Nancy sang a new song while still in New York. In the movie, none of the named New York characters sing their own numbers. Some of the nameless denizens accompany Giselle in performing That's How You Know, while real-life singer John McLaughlin croons So Close at the ball. Robert does croon along to a bit of So Close, but at a volume at which only Giselle can hear him. As Giselle adjusts to the live-action domain, she also doesn't sing for the final half or so of the movie, and the final song, Ever Ever After, comes from a voice recorded by Carrie Underwood, completely off-screen. Menken's recollections that Enchanted would have played over a montage suggested that Ever Ever After replaced it, as it accompanies a montage of the main characters finding happiness in either Andalasia or New York, and works the word into the line, Let Yourself Be Enchanted. Enchanted director Kevin Lima eventually confirmed this when describing the context of the deleted song on Twitter. Edward and Nancy would have begun singing it after he perfectly fit Giselle's missing shoe on Nancy's foot a la Cinderella, and then it would continue over the closing montage. Alan Menken recorded a full demo of Enchanted, while Idina Menzel and James Marsden recorded the intro before the song got cut. When Menken discussed the song in interviews, he teased that it would appear on the Enchanted DVD. Unfortunately, when the first DVD came out in March of 2008, this did not prove the case. Nancy appears in 2 of the 6 included deleted scenes and still doesn't sing in either of them. One has her and her fashion assistant discuss Nancy and Robert's romance issues, and provides ironic foreshadowing for her marriage to a fairy tale prince. Another takes place after Nerissa kidnaps Robert during the ball, showing Nancy awaken Edward to follow after them and Giselle. Subsequent DVD re-releases of Enchanted used the same widescreen disc, so the song still remains unheard by the public. While there has been a sequel to this movie called Disenchanted, to this day, the deleted Enchanted duet has yet to resurface. I find this one very interesting because I heard in an interview once that Idina Menzel, who is very famous for her work on Broadway and also as Elsa in Frozen, stated that her favorite role was playing Nancy in Enchanted because it was the only time she was hired strictly for her acting ability and not because they wanted her to sing. And I find that interesting considering that there was supposed to be a song that she sang, it just ended up getting cut. And it does make me wonder if the directors would have hired her simply for her acting had they known that her character would not be singing a song, as she is most famous for her singing abilities, though she is a phenomenal actress. Alright, we'll get to our fifth and final piece of lost media here in a moment, but before we do that, I just wanted to take a brief moment to pitch my business, Chimera Miniatures. Of course, if you've seen this series before, you'll know that Chimera Miniatures is my business where I make all kinds of custom miniatures, both one-of-a-kind kit-bashed miniatures, as well as my very popular Not Safe for Work HeroClix series. I sell these minis on both eBay and Mercari, and it is one of the best ways not only to support the channel monetarily, but also to get a one-of-a-kind item to add to your own nerdy collection. They also make wonderful gifts. I also, of course, have a Patreon and channel memberships if that is more of interest to you, but I do highly recommend the miniatures as you actually get something tangible for your donation. And with all that being said, let's get to the Not Safe for Work entry for today's video. Alright, so at number 5 we have Tsukiji Saya Lost Monthly Japanese Idol DVD Series from 2008 to 2009. Now, Saya Irei, known professionally under the mononym Saya, is a Japanese idol and actress. She began her career at age 11 in 2005 as a junior idol. This is a controversial category of young models, usually aged 15 and under, appearing on gravure DVDs, which is like, sexy bikini model stuff, which is really weird considering, again, she was 11. She also appeared in photo books and was a member of a couple of musical groups. She came into international attention and notoriety early on due to her unusually large bust for a Japanese girl her age, as well as the fact that she often posed in bikinis and other swimwear for her videos and books. Again, she was 11 when she started doing this. She also acted in mainstream movies and television. Now, the junior idol industry has become increasingly more taboo ever since, even in Japan, to the point where it's virtually extinct today, and most junior idols fade into obscurity when they get past the age of 15, which is again super creepy. However, Saya instead continued to find success well into adulthood, releasing a limited edition crowdfunded photo book in late 2021 to commemorate 15 years as an idol. Now, in 2008, the site tsukijisaya.com was launched. It was a membership-based site that put out content on a monthly basis. Among the content were monthly videos 30 to 36 minutes in length in DVD format. Now, remember, when this site would have launched and she would have been putting out these videos, she would have been 14 and 15 years old. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's so interesting about a series of DVDs featuring an underage girl in a bunch of skimpy outfits? I mean, it sounds awful, but why are we talking about it here? Because, of course, every one of these things that I list on this video, I somehow, give my 2 cents on why I find it interesting. And honestly, the thing I find interesting about these videos is how they were distributed. As I said before, they were DVD format, but they were not released on physical DVDs. Rather, the members could download the DVD content to software on their computer using a process known as DVD Toaster. So they would download the content to software on their computer, which would then write content to a DVD-R via their DVD burner. Now, DVD-RW, DVD plus R, DVD plus RW, and DVD plus RDL were incompatible with this format, so it was just DVD-R that you could do this with. At least 12 of these DVDs were produced, and they were not included as part of the membership, as each one cost 1,200 yen to burn, so roughly that would have been $12. The DVD Toaster service was provided by Ace Deuce Entertainment, who served as the publisher of the volumes. But yes, perhaps due to the limited method of distribution, footage from these DVDs has rarely been seen since the site shut down. The DVDs themselves have also apparently never been sold in the aftermarket, likely due to the fact that they were burned at home by the consumer and would thus appear to be bootlegs, though they technically aren't. The only publicly available footage from any of the DVDs is a trailer for the first volume on YouTube, albeit in very poor quality. And honestly, the only thing I really find interesting about this is the method to which this content was originally distributed. I think it is perfectly fine that these gravure DVDs, however you pronounce it, of a 14/15-year-old Japanese model can just fucking stay lost, but it is an interesting concept. God, I can't even remember the last time I burned a DVD. And that's our video, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check the links, maybe buy a mini, maybe join the Patreon, maybe become a channel member. If I could ask you one favor that costs you nothing, please, if you enjoy this channel, share this channel with one of your friends, and share your favorite video on this channel with 2 of your friends. I would love for us to reach 600 subscribers by the end of the year. If we accomplish this, I will do not 1, but 2 milestone giveaways, which also means there will be 2 additional milestone giveaways on the Miniature Fanatics tier on Patreon. Also, if you could please help this video reach 100 likes in its first 7 days, that is a feat we have yet to accomplish on this channel, but I think we can do it with this one. So if you're enjoying this video, just click like and help it get to that 100 likes within the first week, which we again have never accomplished. If this video gets 100 likes in its first 7 days, I will do another milestone giveaway. And of course, one of the best things you can possibly do to support the channel is to just be sure to tune in to the next video. I release videos every Wednesday and Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as I do every week, I would like to give a shout out to my patrons, J-Dog and Arthur D. Gonzalez Martin. If you would like to join them and get your name shouted out once a week and be on a rolling list of credits at the end of every video, all you have to do is just join any tier of the Patreon or channel memberships. And until the next video comes out, everybody, I'm Mr. Sean, this is Chimera Miniatures, and I sincerely hope that you alpha great day and an even beta tomorrow. Bye-bye.